shooting like that and doing all that stuff. There's no way.
Lewis called you a glory hunter, but no, he's only joking. No, he's a City fan actually.
I'm even more of a glory hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
already got a glory. The hunting is over. There's no more
yeah.
glory. I just have to now. Now my goals are: can I get into the pantheon of clubs? Like, how do I get there? How do you get to be Liverpool? How do you get to be AC Milan? How do you get to be Inter? How do you get
Well,
to be
actually,
these teams? It's
let me
really,
let me
really hard. Really,
let,
really hard.
let's have that five
And you
minute
may never be
conversation.
able to do it.
Let's have that 5 minute conversation, because Simon Jordan said,
He
and
said you
along
can
with
never.
I
With
forgot
Danny Murphy. I listened to
Danny
that.
Murphy. He said they will. Danny Murphy actually was more stern when it came to that. He said, no, City will never
That's
be.
because he's a Liverpool fan.
But but I just disagree with that. I get the point. But in that case, then nobody will ever be. No, nobody will ever grow. So I think what they mean, and I would agree that
Time.
it just takes a long time. It takes a long time. Now, City is not a club that just started. They have over, I think,
a lot
100
of
years of
history.
history.
Yeah, a lot.
However, success wise, yeah, it'll take a long time. Maybe not.
There are certain windows of history that, and this is where I get deep. Are you ready? I'm gonna everybody listen now. I've got story time. There are certain moments in history that elevated certain clubs who were big in those moments. We have two big ones: Manchester United, 1968, color TV, Champions League. Manchester United elevates themselves on television across Europe. They have George Best. That's a big deal. Now, the sustained growth that Liverpool has all through the 70s puts them on television in a limited amount of games. There's literally no games on. You have to remember this. The Champions League is like the only game that's televised. You could not watch games. So you have that. Manchester United at the dawn of the Premier League, when all of a sudden, every weekend, they were televised across England. And what did they do when that happened in 1992? They won every year for 20 years. So how many fans can you get when you're in these seminal moments of television? And so City are in this next era, right? Where it's social media, it's fractured. How can you capture everyone? And I think they are, but not in England. They're getting big audiences around the world, but not
listen,
in England.
But I mean, this time is an advantage for a City because they can just become fans today by just watching their phone.
Right,
but
but it's not going to be in England, I think, is the key thing.
well,
And so
but I don't agree with what Danny Murphy was saying because big, what's John Santana saying? We effing won.
What did you win?
What did you win, man? I was defending you the whole time you were asleep. I was telling you, get up, City's United's coming back to win, and then you said something, and then Bayern scored again, and I told you, never mind, John, sit down. Because, but anyways,
Johnny,
but what I'm trying to say is, it takes time, of course, but it's not impossible. And
but
it's
going to take 20 years of winning.
But you're talking about England, right? You're talking about England. Danny Murphy was saying something towards similar because their fans are not English. I mean, their fans are all over the world. Liverpool fans are all over the world, and City, has a lot to work. I don't want to paraphrase. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't want to. Obviously, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's. I mean, people that go to the stadium, they're not all over the world fans. They're just people who live in Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
but it is a destination. There are people that go every week. There's only 19 home games. They travel from around the world, and they make going to Liverpool part of their life, right? Part of their group, part of their thing. City don't have that, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me, right? Like, I think sometimes City fans get really defensive. You just have to be like, yeah, we don't have as many fans. That's true. Yeah. But kids are front runners. And the more kids grow up with City winning all the time, they'll all become City fans. And then when they're in their 30s, they'll go watch City, right? Just takes a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, people that go to City games, are they Chinese?
They're local.
Are they
Not yet.
Indonesian.
Not
I mean,
yet.
they're
There's not a
English,
lot. Yeah, they're from East Manchester right
and
now.
they're filled the damn stadium every time. Now they might not sing. They might not sing because that's one of the things that Danny Murphy was saying, that how many times Pep has had to do this.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, yeah. Well, the other thing is, and this can't be discounted, and I say it all the time. Liverpool is in their home ground. That is Anfield. They've been in that building since 1911. Old Trafford is the home of football. They've been in that building since
yeah.
1905. St. James's Park. These teams have been in this. When City played at Main Road, it was loud, but they got this stadium that takes things down. But they have to. You can make something out of it.
Well,
Arsenal did it. They put a chanting section. They have drums. They lead the chants for their team.
but
So City can do it. They just haven't done it yet.
but that has nothing to do with fans not loving City.
Oh no,
Fans
they
not,
love the team. It's just not
they
loud.
different time, and you can adjust and like you said, fix things. But I don't agree that it will never happen. That's so dumb. I mean,
It's
City will
short-sighted.
never.
You don't know what'll happen. Like
Well, you don't know what happened,
it could be a super league. You don't know what'll happen.
but if it continues the way it is, City will be considered one of the greatest clubs in history.
Yeah,
That's just the bottom line.
it's the greatest. See, the thing that there's a nuanced discussion here, though. It's like this City side with Pep is already one of the great teams in history, and it'll be
Teams.
Yeah, and it'll be remembered by hardcore soccer people, whatever.
Yeah.
But City are not famous. They're not.
Yes, they are, man. Anywhere it talks.
No, but they're not. They don't have enough moments. They don't have enough. There's not
Okay.
enough yet. There
Okay.
will be. I think you have to keep 13
Yeah,
years
well, yeah,
straight in the
you gotta
Champions
keep
League.
building.
You got to keep going.
You
You got to
gotta keep
keep having and even the losses, you got to keep losing. You got to be in it to lose, in it to win. You got to keep